Well, in my life, music has always been, I would say, an ultimate value for me. It has been a big part of my life. And that's why I had to just actively put my hands on it and study it and learn it and play it and just enjoy it. I mean, why if you love something that much, you have to just drink it. so it's a big part of my life. I've raised a family, a couple of fine girls, and they're off and they've graduated from college, and now I have more time for it. Before I started working with Gregg Goodhart, my musical education and progress was going steady, but it wasn't meeting uh, the goals that I wanted to meet. Before my practice sessions, before I started with my coach here, um, um, the time I spent has not changed because I would always try to spend at least a couple hours a day because I was so committed to reaching my goals on how I wanted to perform and I knew it would take time and I was willing to pay that price to put that in. Um, However, I would spend the time in the practice room running through my pieces, playing them, uh, and that. But what I realized is that now with Greg, the practice is deliberate practice. I'm no longer just running through pieces. I'm actually having more fun because I'm taking a piece I'm working on and I am acting like a kid again, actually. So the deliberate practice also it really stands out where you're not strong in a piece, and you know you have to isolate on that piece. You realize that's why it's falling apart in a performance because I did not really understand that part of music. And when I got there, I subconsciously I knew it, and I would blow by it and miss it, and that could have been the whole thing that made the piece to a listener or to me, and I lost my focus because and my confidence during the performance because I didn't get across what I want the way I wanted to get it across. So it's the deliberate practice and using it and not going through the whole time. Now I take up my phone and time it out and just do 10 minutes segments and just go for 10 minutes and just stop when that timer goes off, take a break. Because one of the things I found out with Greg is sometimes as musicians, we're our own worst enemy. We think the more we work, the harder we work, uh, and the more continuous it's going to help us. But actually, that does not help us. What helps us more is to focus and solve the problem and then move on to the next one. You don't have to repeat it to death. I mean, it just wears on me as a player and makes the piece less fresh. So you have that piece. So now I'm working on all these ways to make it more attractive and everything. And then when I get to the performance part of it, I pull it back to the way it should be and play it through, and it's so much easier. I have the focus. I know what's going on, and I beat this piece around so many different rhythms and everything to play it the normal way. It is a lot easier. So you think about the bamboo tree. You say, okay, it does nothing for many years, and then all of a sudden one year it just shoots up like that. So the question is, did it just grow in that one year, or was it growing all those many years and then it just finally shot up? And and I think it's cumulative from all of those experiences you had, but it's just like sometimes it's just locked up, and you need somebody to help you unlock it. So he's helped me unlock that. So I've been very happy with that. I would just like to thank Coach Gregg Goodhart for the niche that he has placed himself inside the musical community, and by through his online teaching. I mean, it's anybody in the world can get access to him, and I think he's a wonderful resource for us. And I'm just so glad that I was introduced to him through Musical U. Uh, and I'll just say that his techniques and great personality and everything just is so conducive to a student to learn and reach the goals that they want to reach. So thank you, Coach.